restriction enzymes are isolated from the bacteria Escherichia coli that recognize specific sequence in DNA. They are used to cut the DNA to produce some of the fragments. It is assumed to produce defense mechanism against several deadly viruses such as bacteriophages. So this enzymes belongs to the group called as nucleases. It have the ability to cleave the phosphodiester bond, that is phosphate diester bond to be cleaved at the subunits of nucleic acid. This nuclease are divided into two types. They are exonuclease and endonuclease. Let's see exonuclease first. Exonuclease are enzymes which can recognize the nucleotide one at a time and shows the nick at the end of the sequences. Exonuclease can cut the DNA at the end of the nuclease, whereas endonuclease can cut in the internal phosphodiester bond. In between the segment it is cutted. Let's see the discovery about restriction enzymes. In 1963, Stuart Lynn and Werner Haber successfully worked in the enzyme responsible for restricting the growth of some bacteriophages in E. coli. So these two scientists worked under the bacteriophages for the growth of unwanted segments. One of the enzymes add the methylated group and the other can cut the DNA into the fragment. So such a fragmented enzyme is called as restriction endonuclease or molecular scissors. In 1968, Smith, Wilcox and Killy, they worked under the another bacteria called as Haemophilus influenza. They isolated another enzyme called as HindII. This HindII always recognize the DNA sequence at the specific base pair which contains 6 nucleotide base pairs. So this nucleotide which was recognized by the HindII enzymes, they can recognize only the specific sequences. So we have to call such a sequence are called as recognition sequences. And today more than 900 restriction enzymes are isolated from 230 strains of bacteria and each having their different recognition sequences. So the restriction enzymes is responsible for recognizing the site and cutting the fragmented portion. And next we have to say about how we have to be name the enzymes. For example, in the Escherichia E. coli, restriction endonucleases are named by standard procedure. The first letter of the enzyme indicate the genus name Escherichia, and then second species first two letters we have to be add, that is CO, coli, from that we are add CO, and which was followed by the strain name, and last we have to be say the Roman number which strain it is added. So this is the way how we have to be give the name for restriction endonucleases. This restriction endonucleases responsible for recognizing the various antibiotic resistance and the recognition site, and this is framed as opposite direction. Both the sequences are similar. For example, Malayalam, radar, if you are rearrange these letters, we can read in the same direction or opposite direction, we can get the same meaning. So the same thing is happening in the restriction endonuclease also. In the sequences, both the DNA strands read in the opposite direction, that is 5' to 3' or 3' to 5'. We can get the same structures in the opposite direction. So such type of sequences we can see in the double stranded DNA. We have to call as palindromic sequences. The sequences which are arranged in the reverse direction follows the same sequences. For example, Malayalam and radar. Here if you are cut the sequences in the two recognition site, one is called as the blunt end and another one is called as a sticky end. First we see the blunt end. It can cut the sequences in the center, that is called as a blunt or flush end, whereas some enzymes which can cut in any direction, afterward it is joined together, that is called as a sticky end or cohesion end. It is also called as a staggered end. So as a result of this restriction enzymes, we can introduce our gene of insert into the host organisms. The host organism recognize this site and allowing them to multiply inside to produce the multiple copies. After that insertion, the joining of the segment by means of the DNA. Again recalling today's topic, today we saw about the tools of genetic engineering, that is restriction endonucleases. This is also called as a molecular scissors. This play a very important role in the biotechnological process, especially in the defense mechanism. There are three types of endonucleases. They are type 1, type 2 and type 3. There's a slight difference between these three endonucleases based upon the site of action. Out of the three, type 2 is common or predominantly used by the rDNA technology because it can recognize the base pair up to 4 to 8 base pairs. And we also saw about the HindII endonucleases which contain the 6 base pair, and this recognize the particular sequences alone, so we have to call this recognition sequences also. And totally 900 restriction endonucleases are isolated from the 230 species of bacteria with different recognition sites. And how to given the name for the enzymes. For example, if the organism is Bacillus amelia-liquefaciens, the genus of first letter is capital B. The species of the first two letter is AM. So we have to write the name of the enzyme as capital B, small a, small m, which was followed by the strain name is H. Then Roman letter is the first strain which is identified, so Roman number 1. So altogether we have to give the name is BAMH1. This is the name of the Bacillus amelia-liquefaciens enzymes name. So this is the way how we have to give the name for the enzymes. And this enzymes has the two types of sequences. One is called as an antibiotic resistant sequence and another one is called as a recognition sequence. And we have to introduce our genome sequence only in the recognition sites, so that alone our genes inserted are not to be identified easily. And moreover, I said about the palindromic sequences. This is nothing but if you read the DNA strand in opposite direction gives the same. That is, the sequencing in both the DNA strands from 5' to 3' direction as well as in the 3' to 5' directions, which gives the same order of recognition sites. This is called as a palindromic sequences. Again, I am saying the definition of palindromic sequence. The sequence of the base pair arranged in the reverse direction when compared to the first sequence has the same meaning. So this is called as a palindrome sequence. This is a very important 3-mark question. Just to learn thoroughly, if the sequences in the reverse direction reads the same is called as a palindrome sequence. For that I said the two examples, Malayalam, radar. And next we have to say about there are two types of recognition site, that is called as a blunt end and another one is a sticky end. If the cleavage means cut at the exactly in the center position, we have to call as a blunt end or flush end. In case the cleavage or cut which is occur in the any direction and any sequence of the gene, after the cutting the recognition site is going to be joined, that is called as a sticky end or cohesive end. Again I am saying exactly in the center cut is taken place means we have to call the name is blunt end. Any sequence of the genes cut is going to take place, after that they are going to rejoining, we have to call the name is sticky end or cohesive end. Sticky end is more cohesive when compared to the blunt end. And in addition to the two enzymes, another two enzymes are responsible for the rDNA process are DNA ligase and alkaline phosphatases. Let's see the DNA ligase first. I already said ligase is responsible for joining the fragmented segment. So molecular scissors are restriction endonucleases, and joining enzymes means we have to call the name is DNA ligases. So DNA ligase is an enzyme which can join the fragmented portions of DNA in the sugar and phosphate bond of the double stranded structure. Here 5' is joined with the phosphate group and 3' is joined with the OH group. As a result, energy molecule ATP is obtained here. This is commonly we can see in the T4 bacteriophages. Simply, DNA ligases is nothing but joining of the fragmented segment. And next, third enzyme is called as the alkaline phosphatase. That is, addition of phosphate molecules or removal of phosphate molecules in the double-stranded DNA or single-stranded RNA or single-stranded DNA structure. This is called as the alkaline phosphatase. So, whenever the enzyme is ended with the ASE, that shows it is the enzymatic position. Nuclease. Last word is ASE. So, it is easy to identify whether the sequence is enzyme or not. At the end of the last 3 letter, if it is ASE means definitely that product is called as an enzyme. DNA ligase, last 3 letters is ASE. Alkaline phosphatase, here also last 3 letters is ASE. Alkaline phosphate, here the either removal or addition of the phosphate molecules. So they are given the name as alkaline phosphate. This phosphate is joined in the either the double stranded structure or single stranded structure. For example, ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate. If one molecule of phosphate is added, we have to called as adenosine triphosphate. This is the energy rich molecules. So to do DNA process also, depending upon enzymatic reaction that help from the energical process. The energy is derived from here is ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. So this which is derived from the alkaline phosphate, and it has the ability to self ligation itself, and commonly we can see in the